Monday, February 24th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Wonderful weekend weather, and now we have that big trend toward much cooler weather as this week unfolds. Look at those numbers from yesterday, though. Highs into the upper 60s on our Sunday afternoon, even the mountains well into the 60s for highs throughout the weekend. But the return to cold air is beginning. It's not one big push of cold air. It's kind of a stepping down process. Currently 40s in a lot of the Piedmont. These are 5 o'clock hour temperatures on Monday morning. Cooler up there in the mountains, Boone at 36, 53 in Wilmington this morning. The radar is quiet. It'll stay that way through the day. A nice day, but a cooler day than the one we had yesterday. A few snow showers downwind of the Great Lakes. And notice how quiet it is over much of the eastern half of the country. No big problems today, but the next storm system, although it's a fairly weak one, beginning to organize in Old Mexico and Texas, and that is due in here by Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. So here's the overall setup for today. High pressure building in. It's going to be a cooler day. A lot of sunshine, but Piedmont highs, mid upper 50s, and a lot of spots out there this afternoon. Here's what it looks like on Futurecast. A lot of sunshine today, and then some clouds try to build on in with time as we go through the night, but really a quiet day and night ahead. There's that high pressure building on in. Now watch what happens as we get on into tomorrow night and Wednesday morning. There comes that next area of low pressure rolling in. I'll show you some of the modeling on that here in just one moment. Behind that system, pretty good shot of colder air. Look at the temperatures here by the time we get to Thursday morning. Way down into the 20s. Could have some Piedmont spots into the teens by that point in time. All right, on to the upper level charts here. This is the European 500 millibar chart for today. All the energy off to the north of us, no big problems. Now we go out to 60 hours. Here's the next piece of energy diving in. That's Wednesday morning. Notice most of the energy, though, focused well off to the north of us, so that's not going to be an overly powerful system. And then we get out toward the weekend. This is Saturday morning. That next southern branch piece of energy moving in that could bring us around to precipitation. And then next week, excuse me, this is Monday. Next system moving in on the European model Monday. Similar timing, but a little bit slower on the 0Z GFS. And yet another system headed our way Wednesday at the end of the European model run. So here's what it looks like on the precipitation fields. This is Wednesday morning on the European. Cold high pressure over the plains. There's that precipitation moving through Tennessee Valley in the deep south. Now face value on the northern fringes of that could be a little bit of wintry precip. But the system, and as far as the Carolinas are concerned, really drying up as it pushes in. Now, let me show you the GFS representation. It is a little bit more aggressive with the precipitation, but still not a whole lot. But something that across the northern tier of North Carolina that, if it fell, could be in the form of some wintry precip. So something to keep at least one eye on for Wednesday morning. And then we get out to Saturday morning. That's the European model solution. And again, same deal. In fact, I think I threw the 850 temperatures in there. And you notice they've cooled enough to be supportive of at least the possibility of a little bit of snow with this over the western Carolinas, especially the farther north you go in North Carolina. So that's something to watch for Saturday morning. But again, at this point, the precipitation doesn't look terribly impressive. There's the 0Z run of the GFS. I just caught a glimpse of the 6Z. It looks like it's going to be more impressive with the precipitation Saturday. So that's something else to keep an eye on. Now, out in the longer range, this is the European for Monday. All right, so that is a system moving in. Very well-defined cold air damming signature. That is a 1036 millibar high over the northeast. And so you have surface temperatures sub-freezing over a large chunk of North Carolina. And then 12 hours later, Monday night, Monday evening, that low pressure is kind of reforming along the coast and pulling away. And then through a lot of the event, surface temperatures try to hold below freezing in those favored cold air damming locations. Now, out at the end of the run, there's that next system of the European moving in. That's Wednesday of next week. And so that'll be the next one to watch. So the storm track getting active, and there's cold air close enough to us that you have to see how the cold air wants to interact with the incoming storm systems over the next 10 days or so. All right, that is it for today. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.